So I'm truly grateful, Billy, that you came and joined us for this week. You know, you and I have known, I don't actually know how long we've known each other. It feels like at least a decade.
No, absolutely, more than 10 years, yeah.
And we've spoken a lot about how do we democratize and get access to wealth and all that. And I'll come to that. But before I go to changing the world, what's the week been like for you, the couple of days been for you? Because you're a super busy guy.
Yeah.
What's been your experience for yourself? Before we worry about changing the world.
Well, I think, Scott, being a 7, you know, I'm this loud and bells and whistles guys, but one of the things that I really always struggle to do by myself is to create a model that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm good to know where I want to go, I've got plans, but sometimes I fall short because I don't have a clearly defined and tried and tested model. So for me, coming here was grounding myself in a model that has been tried, that has been tested, that works.
Yeah.
And it was like, come, you know, sense it, feel it, and for the first time, engage with the model and engage with the collective. And so I'm walking out of this session with a much more clearer understanding of how the model works and how it's going to take me where I want to go and how it's going to help me take many, many other people where they don't know they need to go. And this model is going to help them to do that as well.
I mean, let's go there. I mean, one of the things I know that you and I share a passion around is, I mean, it's something that irritates me that this is not, that there's not 30,000 people getting this information.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on you know, if more people had access to this knowledge, the impact it could have in their lives?
I mean, if you look at South Africa, people are saying unemployment, people are saying lack of opportunities, but I can promise you, very few people, even at the top of their game, know about such models and such work. And I believe that democratization of this process and taking it to the hands of the people will completely shift the network in this country. We don't need more government this, more government that. We need to empower people to be able to do for themselves. And with just an entry level of $10, every man in the street is able to buy alcohol over the weekend, is able to go and have a party. But if you can just shift the paradigm and say, instead of consuming, start creating something that's going to produce wealth for you and for generations to come, and also the preservation of that wealth. Yeah. Because it's easy to make money, difficult to hold on to it, and difficult to grow it. But with this process, because it's a clearly defined model that has worked, all we need to do is to change people's way of thinking and plug them onto the model, and don't just plug them, but keep working with them up until they can also do the same for others. Basically, we're using the model that Jesus Christ used. He took 12 guys, trained them very well, and said to these 12 guys, get to train them. That's what we're going to be doing.
I love that analogy.
And today, over 3 billion people believe in the gospel of Christ. So we have an ability to create the second coming of wealth creation and preservation, but also opening doors that otherwise would have been closed for ages and ages. For the man in the street, from the guy in Tembisa, the guy in Selekane, the guy in Umtata, to be able to become a shareholder for property in Manhattan, New York City. Absolutely amazing. And I think there is no other time to do this than this time.
My last question to you is that, I mean, you're what I would call a global citizen. Yeah. So you're a South African, you've got the most incredible story, one of the most incredible stories I've ever heard in my life, but yet you are a global citizen. You work internationally, you own property internationally. What's it been like meeting the Kellio family office team and just sort of the partners in general? I mean, again, you traveled all over the world. What's it been like meeting partners for yourself?
I think, Scott, one of the things, it's always about access, so yes, you travel internationally, I do this work internationally, but getting the access to the skills and expertise of the Kellio group internationally, it's super expensive. You sort of know about it, and sometimes just to even think about it creates a block, because they need millions.
To put it in perspective, in Switzerland, you need $250 million to get the same level of surface.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So even though you know about it, you sort of say, I'm a guy, I'm trying to do my thing, but I can't get into this. And now suddenly, I've got access to the same advice, the same vehicles, and the same investment opportunities that the top 1% in the world has. Mind-blowing. It's just amazing. And I think that's what South Africans and Africans don't understand, that for the first time in the history of the world, you can be treated like a Kennedy, you can be treated like a Rothschild, you can be treated like a person born into amazing privilege in Switzerland. And now this is a reality that is happening in front of us. And we have to take this thing and make it run like wildfire. We have to become true evangelists of transformation and wealth. Because one of the things that I find very sad in South Africa especially, we talk a lot about poverty alleviation, but it ends there. So it must be poverty alleviation, wealth creation, generational wealth preservation. We don't talk that far. We just say poverty alleviation. So it means, he must be able to pay rent. He must be able to buy bread. No. he must be able to take his son or his daughter to the most amazing schools, not in South Africa, but anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Why? Because for the first time in the history of humanity, he or she has a chance, like somebody born in Connecticut, like somebody born in the UK, like somebody born in Switzerland. And I believe that what you've done, what you've been doing through the years, it's amazing. And for me, it's a massive privilege and honor that I will be able to become part of this amazing journey of taking this powerful tool and putting it in the hands of guys that don't even have the capacity to dream about. And for me, that's just unbelievably amazing.
Well, Billy, it's been an honor and a privilege. I'm so glad that, I know you're extremely busy, so to give up 3 of your days is a huge amount of gratitude for me, and I look forward to the journey together. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much, brother.
I think we're gonna create some magic and make things happen.
Awesome.
And guys, watch this space. Africa is never going to be the same again. We're now really breaking the barriers of poverty. You, my brothers and sisters, you can make it happen. And we're here to hold your hand and walk with you.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
Pleasure.
Cheers.